Hello, United Rogue Overwatch. Welcome to week 2. We've got me, the Miami cast again with Storm and Dragon Master.
Hello, everyone.
We've got pretty good match today. We've got the Montreal Stags versus the Detroit Wolfpack.
Last week we played this team MTL, and it was a really close match, 3-2. So I'm excited to see how they play against Detroit. I didn't see the last week, but apparently KCC beat them. But they had a sub, and now they have their actual team. So I'm interested to see how they play.
Yeah, week one Fly was not allowed to play, but he's in for today. So let's see what happens. First map is Busan.
Boston. All right.
All right. Let's see what they pick. I remember originally when we played against them, Chris went Ram on Sanctuary, but it looks like they're going to be running a Rhine comp. They also have Booger Bear in, which Miami didn't see, and it looks like Detroit is going to be running a Zarya comp. I'm curious to see if Fly sticks on the Symmetra, if this is just a TP out. They might try and do some TP shenanigans. Neither of the okay, yeah, I was about to say neither of the MTL DPS have picked their characters yet. We're 2 seconds to going in.
All right. Well, we got at least we know what the Detroit's comp is. So they're running Zarya. Kind of looks like it looks like they're gonna try and TP in with like Sim.
I'm curious to see if the Sim is just to get out of spawn, or if the Sim is going to be played through the rest of the map. Sim definitely is an okay pick. I've seen this pick on Sanctuary a decent bit, because you can kind of put the turrets in these like weird spots on point that can be hard to get to or hard to look up to in the middle of a fight.
Yeah. It's like a mini Pharah in the middle of a fight.
Yeah, apparently Aeon, aka Parasite, got a phone call. Oh, we're back. All right, we're good.
I think we're about to again. Let's see what they pick. Last week we saw a lot of Parasite on like what was it? Pharah.
Yeah, we saw Parasite play Pharah, Widowmaker, and
Sojourn, I think?
Bastion.
No, where's it? Bastion?
No, Dead Inside was a Sojourn.
Oh,
Okay, Parasite on the Genji, Dead Inside on the Sojourn here.
They're mixing it up.
So we're actually seeing the swap because Dead Inside was playing a lot of Genji last week. It looks like Parasite's going to be on it this time.
Let's see, they're starting on this high ground.
So we're all going right. We're all going to fight over here, and Chris gets the early pin. Isn't able to get the environmental, but he has Zarya alone out of position with no bubbles. Oh, but gets a bubble there and is able to get some support from their BAP, but it looks like Zarya's still going to die. And now Chris just holds W and starts beating everybody up with that big hammer of his.
Oh, and they just fall.
And that's a quick team kill for Montreal.
What happened to Dill? Did he just fall off?
Yeah, he jumped off. He jumped off to
Oh, they got an Ana and May swap.
Yeah, we got an Ana May swap. No more Widowmaker. No more Baptiste. Chris up to hold some space.
Let me just see. I'm
already at 72 on Earthshatter.
Damn, he's just swinging.
And we got an early kill from Parasite on the Fly as well. Okay. And a big charge is gonna kill Light. Huge shatter!
Big shatter! Oh my god.
And Chris is just gonna clean up with the emote. Flex on him, baby! Yes, sir! Chris out here swagging right now.
Yeah.
He's looking good.
Okay, they swapped the Ram. I don't think the Zara was definitely working against
There's a Ram swap. There's also an Echo swap on the side of Detroit.
Yeah. I don't think the Bastion was the best
Meanwhile, Montreal's kind of just sitting back, letting Chris do all the work. He's kind of just been dominating. Oh, here's another pin, and he picks up down!
All the way in.
He goes through the window!
Wait,
he's very out of position right now, but he got his one, I guess.
He got his two, wait, no.
Dead Inside gets the Ramatra. Calaho picks off May, and it's currently a 4v2. Fly falls, and the rest of Detroit falls, and we have another swap on the side of Detroit. Dill just playing Mystery Heroes at this point, swaps to the Juno.
I think they need to decide on what the hell they're gonna play.
Yeah, they haven't. It doesn't seem like they. Yeah, there's no ultis on the. There's not really any ultis. All we really have is Dave's ult on the side of on the side of Detroit. Meanwhile, Montreal is coming up on every single one again. Chris almost back to another Earth Shatter. It looks like Detroit's going to be pushing right, just going to the point. Saying, we got to get a touch. We're going to go in right now. Here comes another Shatter!
They're kind of separated right now, I've noticed. They kind of walk in, you know, hope to get a pick and then separate. Oh, big.
Oh, man.
Well,
Dominant. Sheer domination from the side of Montreal here.
It's also where they didn't have Tracer Racer, who they had, I think, every game we played. So they have a different backline, I think. Yeah, so they have
Booger Bear.
Yeah, Booger Bear on support. He's playing that Lucio. So I'm interested to see what they do now, because what Detroit did was kind of walk in one by one, get stomped, give them ult charge, and then they were like, well, this isn't working, so they swapped characters, and then they didn't build up any ult charge for the next fight.
So Fly onto the Bastion, Light onto the Tracer, Dill sticking with the Juno, and Zoop swapping from Zarya to Monkey. We have no swaps on the side of Montreal, and Fly definitely on the Bastion to deal with that Reinhardt shield.
Okay.
An early wheel's coming out.
He's going after
Aeon's
Lucio.
gonna push up with Deflect, and the Bastion's gonna fall first. Winston's in the backline. Parasite is super low, but the Winston doesn't know. Dill ends up taking the kill, and a big pin from Chris, able to take out the tank.
Chris just walking on these guys with the Lucio speed. He's walking forward. They're dealing with the Bastion.
He sat there and followed Dill for like 10 seconds.
Let
him get the health back and then killed him.
I think Bastion can work. They just need to have more, discipline on when to use the turret.
Yeah, I think he needs to like wait for a moment, wait for Montreal to engage a little bit more instead of engaging with it himself.
Yeah, he's engaging
just like he did there, and he's already won and just falls immediately.
I think Dill's gonna fall too by the Tracer, maybe. And he's getting shot at. He's dead.
And down goes Dill. Yeah. The dead inside. We've got a fight on point here, but
I think the biggest problem is they just don't really have any coordination. They're kind of walking out one by one.
It's not even that. It's that they're kind of leaving people behind. It feels like they're like Fly kind of just got left behind on turret form with maybe one other person there and just got melted every single time. Every single person on Montreal looked at him and he just got melted. I don't know what that charge was from Chris, but
I just feel like
it looks like they're all gonna be pushing up left side.
They're also kind of playing like a rush comp, and then they have a Monkey. Like I feel like the Monkey doesn't really mesh well with this.
Well, they're gonna flip the point. Montreal kind of just deciding not to challenge it. Fly is onto the Torbjorn now instead of the Bastion. That's a little bit more movement, maybe a little bit more survivability, but Zoop falls to the Reinhardt.
Okay, that was a pulse.
Light killing Parasite? Tracer gap? Question mark? Oh, Chris just tried to shatter the Tracer. Was not able to get it. Booger Bear able to get the finish though.
It was a funny idea. Okay, Dylan kills himself.
And Dill falls off the map to get back to his team. And Zoop swaps onto the Orisa, Fly onto the Soldier. Didn't stay on that Torb for very long. There's a lot of switches coming in from the side of Detroit, not really letting them build up any ultimates. I feel like the only ultimate that's really come out from Detroit has just been Light.
Big Coalescence. Is he? Oh, he's going back.
A big Coalescence from Caliho. And a big beat from Booger Bear, able to save the Reinhardt. Kiriko won, and the Juno ult gets canceled, and that's just gonna be it for Detroit on this map 1.
I mean, they're just like, I think Detroit needs to sit down and think about what they want to play, and they need to play it together and have some comms, you know?
They need to stop switching so much. It feels like
they get diffed once, and then they're like, all right, well, this is not working, so we need to swap character, right?
And here's the Chris with the K play of the game.
Which one is it? Oh, it's the big one.
Yeah, it's the 3-man. That's towards the beginning of the game.
Big shatter. Do we get to see the emote?
In fairness, Montreal is a pretty strong Basan team. Miami definitely saw that. That was one of the maps we dropped for them.
Yeah, I know. He Para had like at least the downtown map on lockdown with like the Widow, and I think that's the next one they're going to. So
No, there's the. What do you mean?
Oh yeah,
What?
right. Never mind. My bad. They just won.
What?
My
We're
bad.
already back on the menu screen, dog.
Yeah.
Get it together, man. Pull it together. Here we go. uh, we
Yeah, the
could
last
see Parasite pick Widow if if Detroit happens to pick a long sightline map, such as honestly a lot of the escort maps. But
um, let me
uh,
take a look at these
they didn't
escort.
have to deal with the Parasite Widow on downtown though, so they didn't really get to see that. Montreal kind of just took it to them and wiped the floor with them completely.
Yeah, I just like they didn't really play together, so they kind of got separated and just like picked off one by one, and then they just got a bunch of ultimates because they never swapped. Meanwhile, Detroit was just swapping constantly to try and find an answer.
And it looks like we have a map pick. I think in from Dill, we're going to the most mid town of all time.
Well, this is a very much at least that's first point is Widow. We'll see.
Ooh, and we're having some role swaps too. We're putting Dave on tank. We're
Dave on
putting
tank.
Zuwap on DPS and Fly on support.
Okay. I'm interested in the Dave on tank. I don't think I've seen him play tank this season. I was coaching him with tank earlier. We'll see if that pays off.
I'm curious to see the comps because we definitely have not
Oh,
seen
somebody left.
oh
Oh, they're swapping. Okay, I see what they're doing. They're swapping.
yeah, they're swapping sides.
Uh, so does that mean which one are they on? Are
So
they on attack?
Midtown second point on defense is definitely somewhere I could think we could see the Parasite Widow come out and put in some pretty decent work. Uh, Other than that, I think MTL honestly definitely has the manpower and the hero pools to play some good defense. I'm curious to see what happens on the side of Detroit though, with all these
Yeah.
with these role swaps and everything. But I
I
definitely
don't.
want to see them stop swapping characters as much. Like at least get one ulti out before you swap. Get some value out of your first picks, unless it's
Yeah.
like a completely unwinnable thing, and then it's like fair enough. But like
I also feel like MTL had like the better comp to begin with. Meanwhile, like Detroit, because they kept swapping, they didn't really have like a like this is what we're gonna do, right? Like they had like a mix of dive, poke, and like brawl,
yeah,
like
they
all
didn't
on
they
the
didn't
same
really
team.
have a plan. They didn't have a set in stone plan that they wanted to execute with, and that caused them to explode. Meanwhile, Montreal very clearly had the plan of we're going to beat this bastion senseless and then figure out what happens from there. That was definitely their strategy on at least on Mecha base. Um, Not 100% sure what we're waiting on currently, but we are.
Uh, yes.
Um, so yes, we have Dave on tank. We have Light and Zuwap on DPS, and we have Dill and Fly on support. That is the roles on Detroit after the role swap. MTL staying the same, of course.
Yeah. We'll see
Uh,
what happens. I remember Tracer said they wanted to play like at the beginning before the stream even started. They wanted to play one round after that, but I guess that's not happening.
ooh.
Oh, the Mercy?
So
Wait.
so we've got an immediate. Okay, so we have Reinhardt, Sim, Ash, Mercy, Moira on the side of Montreal. I'm assuming we're going to be seeing Booger Bear mostly trying to pocket Parasite on the Ash.
Yeah.
And then on the side of Detroit, we have, and we might see some TP shenanigans from Dead Inside, of course. And then
We'll
on the
see.
side of Detroit, we have Ramatra, Widowmaker, Bastion, Ilari, Bap.
I feel
As
like
the
you'd rather
support backline.
play. I feel like if you're gonna play that, you might want to like swap off of Ram to Sig, but
I I think this can work. I think this can work with the Ram. I feel like the Ram is kind of there for the Reinhardt. That's probably the line of thinking. We have Ram Bastion for Reinhardt.
Yeah, that makes sense. And then hopefully Light can like
try and shred that shield so Light can get some value on the Widow.
Yeah.
Kind of scoping things out here at first. Not really much happening. Chris getting pushed back a little bit, but still kind of fighting over this main choke at mid.
We'll see. I mean, okay, it looks like they're
Dave making a move to the left.
I don't know. He's walking in alone now. He's walking past his shield.
Now he's walking in. He's getting in. He has to run back to his supports. He's taking a lot of damage. He just needs to block here, I think.
Well, he's
out of Nemesis. Zoo up into the Bastion form though to still keep that pressure applied on Chris.
All right. So they're kind of rotating. Like they're still underneath. They kind of need to make a move here or some rotation. I would suggest going.
Oh,
okay,
and Light or Parasite goes out to Light, but an immediate res.
Yep. They need to block. Okay, it looks like they're going around.
Booger Bear falls. Booger Bear tries to go down and pull out the Barbie blaster.
Wait, Chris is walking in. Oh, Chris falls. That's big.
Yeah, that was a big immort from Dill to save his own life, but he's gonna fall. He forgot about the Ashe up top. It looks like everybody's forgetting about the Ashe up top. Light dies to a Sim turret.
Para, okay. Is Para just gonna take out Dave too? Almost.
And it's Paris. It's the DPS versus the world.
Okay, they picked it
up.
And
they're gonna finish it off.
Okay, they get
Detroit did get a tick, but that was some pretty clutch play from the MTL DPS to hold on to that point.
I feel like Booger accidentally fell down. I don't think that was intentional.
No, he definitely pulled out the Barbie blaster and dropped down on Bastion. I was watching him the whole time. That is absolutely what he did. So let's see what the game plan for Detroit, what the plan of attack for Detroit is. It looks like they have the Bastion going up through the train.
Okay.
Dave going in.
Dave. Okay.
Oh, three ults out from Montreal, but they're three big ones. Light taking out Calaho.
And
but it's not really gonna be. Oh, Light actually doing some work.
Light picks up Para. That's big. But they still have their tank.
They have no tank is the unfortunate part, and now Chris is up there with them, with the Widow and Alari.
I mean, they have a minute and what, 18 seconds left? They have another push here at least, probably 2. Okay. Okay, they destroyed the Immor. That's big.
Yeah, it was a pretty early immortality field, but Light being able to take some pot shots here.
Ryan swing. Okay. I think
good block.
I think he blocked
a very good block from Chris on the Sunrise and a big pin.
Okay. Oh, and CJ is going after them. Oh, there we go. And they're back in spawn. They have 40 seconds
and
left.
And they TP out.
Maybe one more push. I mean,
they get one more fight.
They have Ram ult almost. They have Bastion ult, which I don't really know what you can use much. They swapped Junk. And they have a Bap ult. Let's see what they do with it.
We had Light on the Kree at first, but opts to go for the Junkrat. Shout outs to OG Buns.
Okay.
And here comes the Ram ult, but he's gonna get pinned away from the entire team.
He's holding block.
And he's kind of just forced to sit here and block, but Chris falls.
Okay,
but that's a big bob from Parasite. Takes down Dave. And Light and Dill, and they all just get pushed out into the Bob and Parasite with a huge play.
Bobber MVP.
My goat Bobber taking on the entirety of MTL and pretty much winning. Parasite getting that last cheeky dynamite kill, but Bob doing some heavy lifting here.
So it just feels like you know, Detroit is playing this slow game. And they're not really coordinating to like shoot at anybody. But I feel like to win, they need to like make decisions a little faster and then rotate quickly, right? Because they kind of just sat underneath the bridge for like 2 minutes and didn't do much.
Well, Detroit is playing slow until Dave. Like it feels like Dave is kind of just trying to push out alone and trying to make something happen. But the rest of the team seems to be kind of caught off guard when Dave tries to make that push and they all kind of just get split and picked off, and it almost looked like they had a couple of fight wins, but it kind of came down to Parasite and Dead Inside doing some good work on the DPS. Looks like we're having a good old-fashioned Rhine mirror here, though. We got Dave and Chris.
All right, let's see it. Oh no, he's swapping to wait. Okay, never mind. Wait, Chris. So Chris swapped to Sig.
Oh, Chris with a case swapping to Sig. Actually, no more Reinhardt.
We'll see it. I mean, okay, they got CJ swapped to Sombra.
Yep, CJ Dead Inside Sombra. Parasite swapping to the Widow, and we've got Booger Bear on the Lucio, and Calaho on the BAP. That's the attacking formation for MTL. Let's see how this goes. Reinhardt definitely a decent matchup into Sig as far as a tank matchup. Dead Inside getting behind them though. And he's gonna try and back cap. Are they gonna realize? Fly turns around and notices.
But they
Dead Inside getting it. Oh, Dead Inside getting an immortality field and able to get out. That's the health back in there. Both turrets on the side of Detroit are down. Zuoff getting a pick on the Dead Inside though.
I feel like New Sombra, like, Invis kind of let him down there. Okay, they still have to Sojourn.
A little bit, but yeah, I think that was just kind of trying to do a cheeky little back cap. It didn't work, so he's onto the Sojourn now, the real pick.
Let's see. They're playing this high ground.
They're playing this high ground. Dead Inside opting to go down the middle, trying to take out that turret maybe.
I think he's trying to get an off angle to distract them. Let's see. Okay. They're going underneath.
Locks a Sigrock, and he's gonna get in there. Chris low, but a big immortality field. Now Dave is just surrounded by a swarm of Montreal players, and he's just gonna fall immediately.
Okay. Let's see. Do they get anybody here? They need to get rid of that.
4v5, no tank, and down goes the DPS. It's just the support against the entirety of MTL, and
he falls.
That's gonna be it for map 2. Again, just pure and utter domination from Montreal on just everything. It feels like.
I think Detroit needs to like think about what they want to do, because they need to take out like one of these DPS, you know.
No Bob on the highlight intro. I'm disappointed.
I'm sad.
That's the guy who did all the work here.
Bobbert.
Let's go, Bob.
That's a big
dynamite. That was a fat dynamite too. Yeah, Parasite's just the GOAT. I don't know.
I think they just need to do something about either their supports in order to get the DPS like off of off of life support.
I mean, Light was hitting some good shots. Like I said, Detroit was looking good in some of those fights. They just couldn't finish them out, and Dave was also dying pretty early in some of the fights as well, where he needed to just try and stay back and live.
I'm wondering if there's gonna be
it was an interesting. It was an interesting aggressive play on that last one, but the immortality field kind of just ruined everything for him. But we do have a roster change on the side of Montreal. We are going to have Tracer Eraser in for Booger Bear.
All right, let's see.
So we're going to see the comp that Miami played against, or the personnel that Miami played against.
Except I think Booger played most. Well, actually, no. Booger played some tank, right? I think.
I mean, Booger he does have a no. It was all Chris. It was all Chris with a K against us. Okay. They stuck with the same comp against us for the entirety of the match. Booger Bear set out for all of it.
All right. Well, we got to see some Booger play. He played well.
We did get to see some Booger Bear play. I'm very happy about that.
You get that Lucio, and I think
I love seeing my man play. Yeah, I will be completely unashamed in my bias towards Montreal, because that was my first team in United Rogue Overwatch.
I mean, I know a lot of these people too personally, so you know it's always nice. I know.
Oh, here we go. Oh, okay. we have some big. We have another roster swap, or another roster swap for Detroit. We have Light on tank. We have Dill on DPS, Fly on DPS, and then Dave and Zoo on support. They're experimenting right now, Dill says.
I mean, they kind of need to do that. You know, they need to find something until it works. But judging by the fact that this is, round 3, they kind of need to win this.
Yeah, this is game point for Montreal here. I'm looking at Twitch chat and Cake is light tank. Oh. Yes, that is what we are seeing here, my friend.
He's doing this for you. Right. What do you think he's gonna play, Maga? I have a feeling.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Generally, when we see light on tank, we see the Mauga come out. But we'll see. I'm also curious to see what map they pick here.
Yeah, I wouldn't pick. Well, we'll see here. They played hybrid and they played control.
Control's always first, and then they went to hybrid.
Yeah, let's see here. I gotta pull up the map.
They're running it to Shambali, it appears.
Ooh, Shambali. All right, that's gonna be an interesting map for them to push, though. That's a hard map to push. Like, I wonder whether they're gonna play defense or attack first.
Well, we're about to find out if this little Detroit experiment is going to work out at all.
Okay, so MTL is gonna attack first, so they have to defend. So they have to defend this pretty well, or else like it's gonna be. I feel like it's gonna be a stomp because like on this map, if you get past that first like little choke, like that first corner, that it's much easier for the rest of the map, or at least for the rest of the first.
Yeah. I'm also curious to see if Tracer Racer opts to go with the Lucio, and because Shambali is very big and has a lot of cool places that you can go with Lucio, has a lot of cool rollouts that you can do on Lucio, so I'm also curious to see some of that as well.
They could also just play Mercy. I know their Mercy.
That's, you know what, that's actually very true.
Like, I feel like if you just, pocket Parasite, especially on defense. Wait, wait. They're attacking? Oh, wait, sorry, they're attacking. So, yeah.
Montreal's on attack first, yeah.
Well, but especially on defense, that's going to be, like, probably what they're going to do, right? They're going to, like, sit up on that high ground in the back and just poke it out.
Ooh. Light, Orisa, Dill, Tracer, Fly, Sim,
oh, wait,
Dave, Kiri, and Zuwap on Ana. And then we have what looks like is going to be a dive comp on the side of Montreal. We'll see what Dead Inside picks, but we have Monkey, Echo, Lucio, Genji, Moira. Yep, we've got dive.
Except maybe you would want an Ana? I don't know. This is like a...
No, I like this. I like this. This is the we don't care. We're gonna go in, and if we die, we die kind of dive comp. I'm excited to see this, and we all know Chris with a K loves his Winston, so
he loves Monkey. Now let's see what they do. I mean, this first choke is, they're gonna basically have to go up to this high ground, and Fly's already setting up his turrets. Okay. Teleporting behind them? No.
Tracer Eraser doing a little bit of poke dump main, and Winston is going to follow.
I mean, they kind of just gave up
Winston
that high
able
ground.
to jump up to that high ground, so he's not really too worried about any of that.
Okay, I mean, okay, that's a quick...
Both of the Detroit's DPS just fall.
I think they're gonna get around this first corner, and maybe, I mean, maybe if they don't push it, maybe that's the...
They're kind of leaving the cart behind, but they're also trying to just get, pick off as many people so that there aren't any
Dave falls.
random picks on their end. Dave falls. It's just Zuwap, and I think Zuwap actually ran away. No, Zuwap died actually, so it was just Light in that scenario.
The fact that Orisa lived that long with the entire team looking at her, though. We'll see.
So we've got Chris taking space. Fly pushed up a little bit far. But here comes the Mauga. There's a gun in each hand and a smile on his face. Oh, and Fly's just gonna fall. Zuwap not able to keep him alive.
Okay, Chris dives them, pushes them off the space. The Mauga is kind of alone now.
Mauga's pushing in cardiac overdrive currently. That Para's gonna reach. He's gonna get a Kiri Suzu though, but not gonna be able to live. But they do trade Parasite for it though. And Dead Inside's one as well. Falls. Chris with a K also very, very low.
Wait, this is like better for them, I guess. They're at least killing them now. I feel like this is working a little bit better for them. We'll see. Okay,
jumping in. Here comes the Bastion turret form.
They're kind of just, you know, evading it.
Pushing out with it, but Chris and Calliope both pretty low. But here comes a beat from Tracer Eraser, and they're going to use this to push in. Copy out from Parasite.
Okay. Dave falls.
Dave falls. Two up falls, and it's just Light again. Fighting for his life out here. He's gonna stop Calliope out of cold though. That's value.
Let's see. Does Light swap? I mean, he almost has all.
So we have Dill on the Soldier. Got double hit scan for the Echo. Dill shifting over so he can get a sight line on Parasite. Here comes the Fly Bastion ult.
They're not touching.
Not really gonna do much though, and they're not gonna get a touch here.
Fly is Bastion turning.
Oh, and Light says, no, you're not leaving. This monkey's staying with me, and he gets Tracer Eraser too.
Let's go. I feel like they're kind of the Genji is kind of ruining the Bastion a little bit, you know. Because the Bastion has to like wait, and then even once he pops it, the Genji just pops, you know, deflect, and now they swap to, but they swap to Sigma.
Yeah, Chris swaps to the Sigma. A much better matchup in the Mauga. But here comes the Nano Boost. He stops Chris.
Okay.
Oh, but a good rock's gonna push him back pretty far. But they do get control here, Detroit.
CJ's kind of like in their back line.
They have the Genji behind. They have the Echo behind. Here comes the Blade.
Big Blade. Oh, that's a 3 and 2.
And they're all just in there.
And it's just Light.
It's just Light, and he's gonna go in there and he's gonna fight with all of his heart until he falls. Both of his hearts, actually.
Yeah, but both hearts pumping.
Both of his hearts are not pumping anymore.
No.
That's for sure.
Let's see. I mean, they're already almost like at the end, and they have like almost 4 minutes.
3 minutes left, and Fly falls really soon, and Parasite onto the Mauga with Echo, and Light's just gonna get burned to a crisp. Oh, and he's gonna stop Dill, and here comes the cage, and that's just gonna stop them from doing anything. In Montreal.
I feel like this Bastion could put in work, but the problem is that they know exactly how to kite him, and then they have the Genji deflect plus the Sigma suck now. Like, I feel like they just need to swap off of Bastion because he doesn't have enough uptime to be worth it.
I don't even think that's I think it's just, the problem is that Fly is just, like, pushing out and just popping turret for him whenever he feels like it. He needs to watch for the Genji deflect and watch for the Sig hands, and then pop turret for him when he can get some value, or at the very least, even if he doesn't get a kill with it, at the very least he puts some pressure on the team and forces them to retreat behind a corner.
I mean, that has been the case. They mostly retreat around a corner and they stall time. That's been.
Oh, Light's cranking his hog. He's on it. Let's go, baby. We've got Hog, Junkrat, Bastion, Bap, and Zen. So pretty much a complete comp change on the side of Detroit here.
I have a feeling they're just like, their entire goal is to blow up the Reinhardt here.
It would appear so. And Montreal, we have a swap from Sigma to Reinhardt. We have a swap from Genji to Symmetra on the side of Deaden's side, and we have a swap to Cassidy on Parasite. And Tracer Eraser is on Brig. So we have this complete team comp swaps on both sides.
Yeah. I feel like they kind of like, they're trying to counter swap each other.
It's not even that. I think this is just a better defense comp. They don't want to play dive on defense, Montreal. So they're playing a far more defensive comp here with the Symmetra able to teleport her friends to high grounds and to escape, and Brig with the anti-dive just in case. But
we'll see. I mean, Paris just kind of holding this high ground, waiting for an opportunity. I think he's waiting for Dave to come around the corner. Yeah, there you go.
It's also unfortunate that they swapped the Ana for Light because, you know, Anti's gonna be. Ooh, but a big hook!
Oh,
and that's a big first pick. But they trade for Dill.
Kind of wasted him more there.
Oh, and he pulls Chris with a K down. Chris with a K.
Okay.
Getting everything from his supports that are up on that high ground. But Light getting some pretty good progress on this cart.
Yeah. I mean, you know what? Just crank your hog. You know, more often than not, it'll win.
And we have the Bastion fighting with the Kree up top.
The Discord is on him.
Oh, and down goes Fly. Parasite is low on the high ground, but...
Okay, Pero goes down. Zuop gets him.
Zuop goes down, but Dill gets traded immediately. Chris is low.
He's gonna get healed up, though.
But he's not low anymore. He got both of his supports on him immediately.
He's getting discorded again.
Dave putting in some pretty big work on the BAP, able to keep a lot of his teammates alive here.
Let's go.
And the Bastion pushing the Reinhardt back. Dead inside very low. And so is that Reinhardt shield.
Yep.
And that Reinhardt shield's down. Light's definitely going to be looking for a hook here.
Oh,
but here comes the Nano Reinhardt. Oh, did he cancel or did Light hook him? But that's a big Transcendence coming out from Zuop. Oh, and a big shatter, but it doesn't get Light.
Chris falls. Chris falls. But that's all Fly falls. Wait, that's a big...
High noon?
Para's the MVP.
Oh my goodness. The shatter high noon and Parasite just comes in and lights everybody up.
Hey, in the words of Super, how do you lose with this man on your team?
How could you lose with this guy on your team? But I honestly, for how Detroit's been looking, I'd say that's a pretty good push for them. They got it pretty far.
Yeah. I mean, like
they only really need one or two more fight wins to get like this point captured.
I feel like Detroit could put up a better fight later in the season. They just need to kind of figure out what their comp is and what they want to do.
That was a really early inward, but Chris gets pulled and discorded.
Hey, discorded?
He gets pinned.
Wait, he dies though.
And down he goes though.
Wait, so okay.
But here comes a brig rally.
Big brig rally. Mini tank. Wait, that's a big sleep.
And that's a big sleep though. That's gonna take off a lot. That's gonna cut off a lot of time from the whole hog, and it's gonna give the team a chance to regroup and group around Light to get the kill.
And they're all back. So I mean, let's look at, like, they have what, 3 ults on the side of Detroit? Let's say okay, they're popping
2 ults now. We have Bastion ult coming out.
Yep.
Not really doing much though.
Both DPS ults on the side of, I mean.
Oh, and here's here's another high noon, and he's gonna get one on Dylan, but Dave is going to get picked, but Light gets pinned. He's fighting for his life in here, and he's not gonna live.
Let's see here. Oh,
and a big pin from Chris. Gonna take out Fly, and this is looking like it's gonna be it. Yep.
I think it is. I don't like. I mean, maybe Dylan can touch here, but I feel like he's getting pushed back. They have like a nano. Yeah.
Oh, and Light messing up his Doomfist rollout, and that's gonna be it. A quick and easy 3-0 from Montreal into Detroit. Detroit didn't even look competitive during that match. There were like maybe 1 or 2 times, but like
it felt like Impera kind of just, you know, diffed their entire. Yeah, look at this. That's huge. Like.
Oh my goodness.
Like, just put that one in the clips channel, man.
And then Tracer Racer taking the 5K. Can't believe this.
Stealing it. And they just
very strong play for Montreal, though.
I feel like MTL is like a team to look out for. I mean, they were definitely hard when we played against them. I'm interested to see Houston play, because Houston was another like team that looked really strong, and I'm interested to see how they play against MTL. And I think that's next week.
Houston is yep, Houston MTL is week 3.
Well, we'll see that match. I mean, I feel like that's the next competitive team. Like, I feel like I don't want to say any rankings, but like, because I don't really know, but I feel like, you know, MTL, Miami, and like Houston are the top 3 right now from the looks of it. But like, we also haven't seen some of the other games. I know like 4 games are being played tonight, so I guess we'll see.
Yeah, if you guys want to see some more Overwatch action, we do have some other streams on the JS Westlow channel. We have Houston Flames versus Kansas City Carnage, and on the Trash Cans Twitch, we have a more recently started match. We have Chicago Syndicate versus Dallas Vanguard. So if you guys are interested in watching some more Overwatch, make sure to go over there, check them out. And we'll see you later. Have a good one, chat.
See ya.